Hello and welcome, Universe Mode. This is Smackdown Live. We are on our way towards Money in the Bank, and we will have the Smackdown Live side of things regarding that sealed by the end of tonight. But there was something else regarding Money in the Bank that we saw last week that shook up a lot of beliefs, that shook up a lot of people. And they made people realize that SmackDown Live is going to put on an absolutely incredible matchup. And that was involving the man on the right there, the WWE Champion Kazuchika Okada. Okada will face the wrestler Katsuyori Shibata. This upcoming Money in the Bank, just a few weeks away, 2.5 weeks away or whatever it is. That is mind-blowing. There's no other way for it. To have those two guys going at it is going to be absolutely incredible. But Okada's going to focus here tonight to kick things off on SmackDown Live, no less, as he's going to be going one-on-one against Kevin Owens. He's got Shibata to worry about at Money in the Bank, but he's got Kevin Owens to worry about right here tonight. If he's not looking hard enough, and if he's not making the right mindset, Okada could find himself losing to Owens. Could well be a triple threat match come Money in the Bank. However, there is more to press on about the final Money in the Bank qualifier for SmackDown Live is also happening here tonight. A 6-man battle royal, as you see the 6 participants there looking for the opportunity to go to Money in the Bank, join Chris Sabin, and as we found out last night on Raw, Roman Reigns and Triple H. John Cena, Jeff Hardy, Kota, Ibushi, Sheamus, Hanson, and the former 3-time WWE Champion Bobby Fish have all been put into the mix, all of them in with a shout of winning this battle royal and going to Money in the Bank. It's a great opportunity for any of these 6 men should they win it, but of course only one is going to that event. And for our main event here tonight, the challenge was put out last week in the same boat as the WWE Championship, and it was accepted during the week as well. Tonight here, for our main event, Dolph Ziggler and Shinsuke Nakamura will square off one-on-one in a no-holds-barred match. No DQ, no countouts. Ziggler's first match back in the ring since Christmas Day in 2017. Let's see if the show-off has lost anything in these last 5 months, but with the anger going on between both sides, it's certainly going to be an aggressive one between both of them. No Money in the Bank spot on the line, no #1 contendership, but make no mistake about it, something huge is on the line between these two men. Something big is going to come as a result of this, but the hatred that these two men have for one another will shine more than whatever they could get for victory. The hatred they have for one another is what drives them into this matchup, not what could be waiting for them after it. All of that is to come here tonight on SmackDown Live, but as I said, we're going to kick things off with Owens, Kazuchika Okada. It was pretty big what we saw last week, there's no other way of saying it, when Shibata put the challenge out there to Okada, and he put it out there in a very spectacular fashion as well. I've got to say, I mean, all the talk that Okada put about how great, SmackDown Live is, how it's in great hands going forward, how it's got the likes of, who did Okada name? I mean, he named Nakamura, Finn Bálor, AJ Styles, and as it was put across by that man himself, Shibata, last week, he named them all, he didn't name Shibata. That disrespected the wrestler, and he realizes he's got to do something about it to remind Okada of who he really is. And there was only one thing for it, and that was the challenge for the WWE Championship and Money in the Bank. That is going to be a big match between those two men when that rolls around on June 17th. I absolutely cannot wait for it. And I think Okada's got a great challenger. We're finally out of that phase of SmackDown Live where we worry about Bobby Fish and anyone along those lines, but especially Bobby Fish. We can focus on new guys like Okada, like Shibata, and it's just so fresh and so great to think about. But here comes the WWE Champion getting ready for his matchup right here, right now. Okada has, of course, been doing his very best as WWE Champion. I mean, he's had his time off since Judgment Day. He headed into WrestleMania not 100%. He headed into Judgment Day not 100%. Okada's had his time to recover, and the Rainmaker can finally take his place atop the throne as the ace of SmackDown Live and have that space held for him, deserving it, knowing he's deserved it no less. And now he gets to fight to defend it. Now he gets to hold on to that to the best he can with the best of Kazuchika Okada, rolling on the entire way. The Okada that held the NXT Championship for almost 8 months. The Okada that won the Royal Rumble. The Okada that main evented WrestleMania. But of course, those were when, those last two achievements was when Okada wasn't at 100%. That 8 months as as NXT champion, though, was when he was at 100%. Question is, though, at 100%, will Okada be holding that WWE Championship for 8 months? Quite interesting to go from the 390-day reign of Bobby Fish and his ongoings with holding onto that belt, for the times that he could, and kind of the switching of the belt that went on between August from Kyle O'Reilly until about January when Fish held it back, won it back for the third time. I think we're out of that period, but it's not just about the WWE Championship that we should be talking about, but it's about the fact that Okada is the WWE Champion, and of course who Okada has to defend it against. Shibata not in action here tonight, but he is 100% here tonight. I saw him before the show got underway, and Shibata seems pressed on making sure that he witnesses Okada in action here tonight. I know it might be a little bit disrespectful for the champ to go on first, but with the card that we have here tonight, and with SmackDown Live always being the ones to start a show big and end a show big as well, with that main event, with everything that's gone on between Ziggler and Dolph and Nakamura as of late, it's kind of fitting that is the main event. And a lot of eyes, though, early on are going to be on the Rainmaker and Kevin Owens. So let's see what will happen as this one does indeed get underway. Okada bringing out a good few counters off the bat there, but Owens bringing Okada down there with that clothesline. Make no mistake about it, Kevin Owens realizes there's a grand opportunity waiting for him. Doesn't matter who you are, if you do your best to legitimately defeat the champion within this universe, a championship shot will open itself up for you. I say legitimately because, of course, I'm making reference to what happened on ECW last week. That will be talked about tomorrow, don't worry. We'll press on it. Nevertheless, back to this matchup at hand here. For as much as I would love to talk about Seth Rollins and ECW, SmackDown Live is a great show, so we can talk about that instead. Owens slugging it out here with Okada. Just the strikes to Okada that Okada may be struggling to take on in the early stages. Both these men know what it's like to be WWE Champion. Of course, Okada, the current champion. Kevin Owens held that belt 4 times. The most anyone has held a... oh, what an uppercut there from Okada. The most anyone has held the WWE Championship or a single belt of any kind within this universe, but most times as world champion is by the #1 contender to the World Heavyweight Championship in CM Punk with 5 world title reigns. Kevin Owens, if he won though, here tonight, would find his way into Money in the Bank, I imagine, and if he won the WWE Championship there, he would tie CM Punk if Punk failed to beat Marty Scurll on the same night. And of course, if Owens was indeed champion, that would certainly upset the SmackDown Live board, who Kevin Owens has had his fair shares of run-ins with. Owens waited on the outside there for a moment to try and recover maybe. Comes in and is all of a sudden able to launch himself at the Rainmaker. And Owens has something in mind here. Torture Rack neck breaker. Kevin Owens moves into the cover, hooks the leg here. Looking to try and put the WWE Champion away, but certainly need a lot to finish off Okada, and that was not the move to do it with. Owens tilt-a-whirl, float over DDT, whatever you want to call it. He just hit it. Okada now reeling for a second. Kevin Owens using his strength to his advantage here. Transitions it from what could have been a backbreaker into that into almost, it's like akin to a Samoan drop, but nevertheless, Owens is well and truly enjoying the control that he has temporarily over the Rainmaker. Oh, nasty forearm in the back there, but Okada fighting back here. Okada going to look for that tombstone on Owens, and he secures it. Kevin Owens down, in trouble, but Okada goes right for the cover. Referee says that Owens' foot was under the ropes. Not too sure how I feel about that one, but Certainly, a rope break is what Owens will want if he wants to survive this. Counters the Rainmaker. Kevin Owens slips himself out of that one. And Nakamura, wow, I'm getting all sorts of names confused during the early goings. And Okada was not happy with that one. He needs to try and put this match away fairly quickly on the road to Money in the Bank. But Kevin Owens might be on his way for a grand upset. Pop-up powerbomb. Owens into the cover. 1, 2. Okada gets that shoulder up. Should have kind of been known in Kevin Owens' mind that wasn't going to be enough to put away Okada. This is the man who kicked out of 3 fish hooks at WrestleMania. One right after the other, right after the other. But Kevin Owens is staying on Okada right now. And that is certainly making it difficult for the Rainmaker to fight back. Certainly making it almost improbable for Okada to get any kind of a fight back going on in this one. There's the arm lock there and a hammer lock. And Kevin Owens now. Oh, trap the other arm in. Double arm trap STO. Russian leg sweep rather by Kevin Owens. Almost methodically breaking down Okada there. Denying the Rainmaker from hitting the move. Is of course his signature name as well, but that doesn't bother Okada. He'll keep on going here and using his arms there and his strength to send Owens into that turnbuckle. Okada now into the cover, but Owens is not going to be finished off by that. The 4-time WWE champion realizes that a victory here tonight and he's in Money in the Bank. If he doesn't win, there's no Money in the Bank for Kevin Owens, and I think he wants that more than anything. Oh, went to fly there, and that was countered by Owens. Slipped himself out of the way there. That was a smart thinking on the part of Kevin Owens. And look at this now, up in an electric chair. Transitions it around into a sit-out powerbomb. Innovative offense, cover by Owens. But a kick out from Okada means this match continues on, much to the chagrin indeed of the prize fighter. Uh-oh. Owens here has him up in a powerbomb position. What will Kevin Owens think here? Buckle bomb for Okada. And a knee that drives down to the back as well of the WWE champion, of the ace of Smackdown Live. Kevin Owens is drilling into the back of Okada there. Every move being hit with a purpose. And that purpose is to, I think, hit that second pop-up powerbomb and finish this one for good. But Okada keeps on kicking out here and keeps on fighting. Like I said, SmackDown Live love to start big, and this match has indeed been a big one. Okada looks for a German suplex, and he's going to get it. But look at the Rainmaker. Hangs on here, and hits a second German suplex. And a third from the 2018 Royal Rumble winner. That takes a special kind of strength from Okada, and he just demonstrated all of that. Okada now has Owens in trouble. STF into a camel clutch here. Look at that being applied. Owens trying to get himself out of it. He's in the middle of the ring, and Okada's got that leg trapped. No way he's making the ropes at all. Owens there just had to use brute strength to get himself out of it, and indeed that paid off the way he'd like it to. In the turnbuckle now is the WWE champion, and Owens is happy about it. And from that top rope, hits a DDT on Okada, spiked him on his head no less, and Owens goes for the cover for victory over the champion, and again Okada kicks out. Owens has to look for that pop-up powerbomb soon, or this one is going to be put to rest. Off the ropes here goes Okada. Could have gone for that pop-up powerbomb, but didn't. Okada countered him. I thought for a split second there it was Rainmaker, but no, back suplex. Now Okada has that in mind. Now Okada will look for it. Owens with nowhere to go. Rainmaker! Look at the force in which Kevin Owens is pulled into that one. No escape for the prize fighter. At Judgment Day, it only took one to beat Bobby Fish. Will the same be true here tonight? Yes, it will. Okada is the winner over Kevin Owens, here to kick things off on SmackDown Live. That was an important and necessary win for Kazuchika Okada. One that he needed to secure, but look who's making his way down to the ring here to get in the face of the champion. It's Shibata. And now these two foes at Money in the Bank stand face to face, and Okada puts out the hand to Shibata, and the refusal is given. Shibata letting Okada know that the respect is not what Shibata wants anymore. Now at Money in the Bank, he wants his title. Well, how about that from Shibata there? I like it. He's making Okada realize that he's going to have to pay for his mistakes when he gets in the ring with Shibata. He does not want this respect from Okada. It's come too late in the eyes of the wrestler. But anyway, we're going to move on to our next contest here. Sasha Banks due to do battle against Nikki Cross. And whoa, that is not Nikki Cross. That by no means is Nikki Cross. That is a woman known as Nia Jax, making her way from behind and blasting Sasha Banks there. Banks wasn't expecting this, and I don't think anyone in the Smackdown Women's Division was. Nia Jax has just made her way out here after Sasha Banks. And Banks sent flying. What is running through the mind here of Nia Jax to pull off something like this? Why is Nia Jax doing something like this? Banks and Cross was going to help us get somewhere towards deciding an number one contender, but Nia Jax does not want to think about that at all. And Banks is down now, and she is not getting up to her feet at all. I don't even think she's around after what we just saw. And look at this now by Nia Jax, just walking with Banks in her arms and then just, dumping her into that ring pole. Banks is in a very precarious predicament right now. She is just getting, this is getting rough. Very rough indeed to watch. She's trying to get up to her feet, but why? Why would you do such a thing? And Sasha Banks again, sent into the ring pole, courtesy of Nia Jax. What is Jax going to do here? She is throwing Banks into the ring now. The lifeless Sasha Banks, no less, into the ring. The referee is there, but there's little he can do to help Sasha Banks here. She is in huge, huge trouble. Look at this. Just up on his shoulder. Oh my god. No. Nia, no! No! Powerbomb on the outside! From inside the ring to the outside. Nia Jax could have just broken the back of Sasha Banks. We've seen these two women have problems with each other in the past. And again, it's shining through. Nia Jax sending Sasha Banks into the announce table. No! Choke slam through the table by Nia Jax. Oh my god. Just why? Why would Nia Jax need to do such a thing? Oh, that is horrific to watch. Someone needs to get help out here for Sasha Banks right now. I do not want to know what Nia Jax's intentions were there, but whatever she planned on orchestrating, the job has been done. Sasha Banks left laying out on that announce table, getting treatment, being taken backstage. It's disheartening to see something like that happen here on SmackDown Live. A brand that prides itself usually on its respect and its wrestling that goes on within that ring. Jeez, some things are just a bit too frightening on this roster, that's for certain. But anyway, we're going to have to move on from that to our next contest, a 6-man battle royal to determine the final spot for SmackDown Live in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Chris Sabin qualified last week by defeating Randy Orton, and now here tonight we find out which one of the 6 men in this battle royal will be joining him, Roman Reigns and Triple H. Cena would like it to be him. Last week he put in a very strong performance against Kazuchika Shibata in the main event of SmackDown Live. It was a very tough main event, and Shibata endured a lot of Cena's offense, which showed that Cena is a fighter. You know, Cena can go a long way. Cena can deliver a lot of tough blows that a lot of, Shibata was able to withstand, but that might have only been because he is the man that he is. John Cena undergoing a little bit of a career revival since WrestleMania and would like to go to Money in the Bank, but so too with this man who has yet to find his footing here on SmackDown Live. That being Jeff Hardy, but still a grand opportunity being presented for Jeff Hardy. He was defeated by Sabin the last time we saw him at Judgment Day, but now we wonder how will Jeff Hardy bounce back from that, and how will Jeff Hardy be able to put on a strong performance here tonight to win this Battle Royal and to go on to Money in the Bank. It would certainly be an interesting scenario to see Jeff Hardy representing SmackDown Live in a Money in the Bank ladder match, where of course Monday Night Raw wrestlers are going to be. Jeff Hardy would be representing SmackDown Live if he won. Roman Reigns representing Raw. Both those men swapping brands in the draft. But it depends on what happens here tonight. So, it's a last chance for these 6 men. Only one of them is going to get that opportunity to go to Money in the Bank. You look at the talent within this ring and the quality who could wind up being in that match. Certainly feel as if in some ways it could be that anyone could win this matchup. But we'll see if that'll be a reality or not. Next year, the Golden Star, Kota Ibushi. Once again, Ibushi's rise towards stardom within this universe continues on, and he was showing that these last few weeks, showed it at WrestleMania, and looks to show it again here tonight. I would love Ibushi to have a shot at the Money in the Bank briefcase. It's been a tremendous 2018 for Ibushi so far. The first quarter was incredible for him, everything that he didn't expect to happen happened. He had a great performance in the Royal Rumble, runner-up in the King of the Ring, chance to become Intercontinental Champion. Those were all there for Kota Ibushi, and now here tonight he could add Money in the Bank 2018 contender to that, and on June 17th, should everything go well, Mr. Money in the Bank. Ibushi would love it to be him, but it is an uphill road to get there, and certainly anyone within this matchup would like to be the one winning that briefcase. Cena, I didn't pick up on the point, but he's already a former Mr. Money in the Bank, and he was unsuccessful in his first challenge of the belt. He would certainly like this second one to be successful. But here is Sheamus anyway, heading out as the 4th man out in this matchup. Sheamus would also love to get that Money in the Bank briefcase and become Mr. Money in the Bank for the first time and win a World Championship within this universe for the 3rd time. However, it is a path to get there, and Sheamus knows it, but can the Celtic Warrior make something happen here for him tonight in this Battle Royal? He is the brute, you could say, of this Battle Royal. He is certainly going to put in the hardest hits of this match, and certainly Sheamus is going to do his very best in order to make sure that he is the one who walks out with the victory, who walks out having seen 5 other people go over the top rope and be on his way to that Money in the Bank opportunity. Sheamus would greatly appreciate it if it were him. However, of course, you can appreciate something all you want. You've actually got to get that victory to go that far. Sheamus knows that, there's no doubt about it. Sheamus knows that that's the case, but we've seen 4 tough competitors, each with a good shout of wanting to go there. And now here comes a man who I don't imagine ever expected to be challenging for the Money in the Bank briefcase. It's Bobby Fish who heads towards the ring here. It's got to be almost a nightmare scenario running through the mind of this man, the downfall that he has undertaken in these last few months. But you know what? It has been so sweet to witness. Lost at WrestleMania, lost at Judgment Day, and now is qualifying for the Money in the Bank briefcase. But one thing that we should take into consideration when thinking about Bobby Fish is the fact that, Fish and Money in the Bank go together like a dream combination, I think would be the best way of putting it for Bobby Fish. It was Money in the Bank 2 years ago. He won his first WWE Championship, and it was Money in the Bank last year, where in that first WWE Championship reign, he reached day 365, a day that no one else within this universe has reached when it comes to being a champion, and went on to hold it for 390 days. No one else has come that close. But this time, if Fish wants to get his hands back on the WWE Championship, he can't go challenging Kazuchika Okada. He has got to win that Money in the Bank briefcase. And here comes the final man in this matchup, who would very much appreciate it to be him, who would very much like it if it were him going in the Money in the Bank. A grand opportunity being presented to this member of War Machine. Hanson has a great chance to go to Money in the Bank. He just needs to shove 5 other men over the top rope, and it's certainly something that he could pull off in his own right. Make no mistake about it. Hanson could very well, he could very well make sure that that happens, and all depends on, how much Hanson's able to survive. We've seen him put in great performances before in singles matches, but will Hanson be a little bit shaken up? I don't know. Would Hanson be a guy to let himself get shaken up? I'm not too sure. Either way, he knows that here tonight is a tremendous opportunity for him, and one that he's not going to want to let go to waste. And a brute like Hanson in the Money in the Bank ladder match could certainly change things around. Certainly, I think Hanson may be the hardest man to eliminate in terms of just raw power. It may need more than one guy to try to eliminate this man. But Hanson's going to try and make life as difficult as possible for the other 5 and make sure that he is the sole one standing. The 4th man in that Money in the Bank ladder matchup. Second representing Smackdown Live. Well, certainly the one who would truly be representing Smackdown Live. Make no mistake about it, Sabin is representing himself in the DCC. And you look at the people who could go in this matchup, who would truly be representing Smackdown Live. Theoretically, I think you could say pretty much everyone but Bobby Fish. Fish is a very egotistical man and a very self-centered man. Make no mistake about that. We are underway in this Battle Royal now, though, and these 6 men are all competing for the right for that ladder match, for the chance at that briefcase. John Cena, Jeff Hardy, Bobby Fish, Sheamus, Kota Ibushi, and Hanson. Only one will achieve this right. Let us find out who it's going to be. This match is going to be a bit difficult to call. Of course, you are eliminated when you go over the top rope. Both feet hit the ground. I think that has kind of become customary now to a lot of people when it comes to a Battle Royal. Hanson trying to hang in there in the early goings there to make sure he doesn't go over the top rope. Jeff Hardy maybe trying to look for an elimination of Bobby Fish early on. Be quite embarrassing if the WWE Champion, the 3-time WWE Champion, was sent out this early in the matchup. Fish escapes that attempt, though. He can now set his sights on other competitors. He's going after John Cena, the only man to have held the Money in the Bank briefcase before within this matchup. I said Cena failed to cash it in, and it was against Bobby Fish, whom he failed to cash it in against. Sheamus and Jeff Hardy now colliding in the background. Kota Ibushi and Hanson have certainly had their meetings before in the tag team division. And another one being added to that here tonight. Ibushi, though, going to go after John Cena now, as Hanson recovers on the outside, and this allows Bobby Fish a chance to recover here, as well as it does Hanson. Sheamus clubbing blows in the turnbuckle to Jeff Hardy now. Cena sending Ibushi into the turnbuckle, but Fish sees an opportunity and trying to get Cena out of the ring, but to no avail. He was teetering, though. Cena very nearly went out. Now he'll look to try and do the same here with Sheamus, but look at how quickly Sheamus gets back in the ring there. No luck for Bobby Fish. Ibushi hung on meanwhile in the back in the turnbuckle there. Seeing a lot of elimination attempts, but you're also seeing some good strikes being hit in the by all the men to try and wear down their opponents, but some big moves may need to be hit as well. Cena now with Jeff Hardy in his clutches. We're going to try and make sure that Jeff Hardy's the first man eliminated. Great stuff there from Ibushi to get himself out of that attempted power bomb. Hardy remaining in there right now. Oh, Ibushi was thinking elimination of Hanson there, but Hanson just shrugged off that clothesline and stayed in the ring. Jeff Hardy stays in, and Sheamus does as well. Truly, anyone could go out first, and it almost feels like whenever someone does get eliminated first within this matchup, then a lot of the match ends up changing. You start seeing more men almost going out of the ring quickly. Fish looked like he wanted to go after Sheamus there, but Sheamus did great to get himself out of that one as quickly as possible. And now Sheamus will go after Hanson. Was thinking Irish Curse backbreaker, but it was countered. Cena sets Hardy up against the ropes. Jeff Hardy is eliminated. Sheamus sent into Bobby Fish there. And there's the first man out in this one. Jeff Hardy not going to be pleased with that outcome. And Cena's turning his attention towards Kota Ibushi as the 3-time WWE Champion. Tries to hide himself underneath that bottom rope, but Cena wants his hands on him. Nice drop kick there. Sheamus, though, sends John Cena into the turnbuckle now, but he can't get anything going. Counter there. Cena trying to hang in, and he does so. Ibushi now collides with Cena. Not much going on there for Ibushi or Fish in regards to whatever they were looking for. Sheamus clubbing away now at Cena. Hanson has taken quite a bit of time to recover under the ring. There might be a smart tactic made. Oh, Ibushi is eliminated by Bobby Fish. That sudden elimination is something that you cannot prep for. And Bobby Fish just managed to pull that off in a near perfect sense with Kota Ibushi. John Cena sent into the turnbuckle. Sheamus going to look to eliminate him here. Are we going to be down to 3? Maybe so. Cena is teetering heavily on that top rope. Bobby Fish will eliminate Hanson as well. The 3-time WWE Champion taking matters into his own hands as he looks to go to Money in the Bank. Cena and Sheamus have been having their collisions with each other now for a good little while, and they continue on. Hard strike there, and it busted open Sheamus. Fish is making the most of this opportunity and laying under that bottom rope to make sure that he can't be sent to the outside. Big knee there by Sheamus. Sheamus thinking choke slam. Oh, a choke spinebuster or a choke powerbomb there. One of the two from Sheamus. I don't think Sheamus has noticed the Fish is up to his feet. He seems more intent on trying to take care of John Cena here. Cena put up against the ropes. Cena going to look to try to... Cena looking in a precarious position. Might be in trouble, but Fish ended up breaking that one up. They're not too sure what that was all about. Well, Fish sends him over the top rope, and he leaves him to John Cena now. Cena going to look to try and get rid of him here. Will this pan out for John Cena? Is it going to come down to 2? Very shortly. Sheamus has endured a lot within this matchup. He's busted open, but he's hanging in there. And you just see the ignorance of Bobby Fish to just stay out of the way of these two men. And Cena could very well send him over the top rope. If I was Cena there, I would have pushed him over the top rope. That was a mistake made by Cena, and he's paid for it now. Fish is still in this one, and Sheamus is going after him. Sheamus, oh, this time it's not going to be countered. Sheamus has John Cena in his position for 3 Irish Curse backbreakers. And it could very well be the case that John Cena's not going to be in this matchup much longer. Sheamus, oh, there's going John Cena. Powerbomb! And Cena's eliminated. Sheamus was almost carrying dead weight on his shoulders, but now we know one of these two men is going to Money in the Bank. But which one will it be? Fish trying to lift up Sheamus there, but to no avail. Oh, this is not where you want to be at all. Fall away slam there. It's down to the 2 former world champions to try and go to Money in the Bank. I don't even know who the crowd can side with here. It's like there isn't a side in this one. There's really no one to cheer. Sheamus in trouble in the corner. Fish trying to get him out of the ring thus far. Can he get him out though? No. Sheamus hangs in there. The strikes now coming in from the Celtic Warrior, but Fish is hanging in there. He's eliminated 2 men to remain in this matchup, and he's looking to try and eliminate 1 more to send him to Money in the Bank. Big knee in the corner there by Bobby Fish. And Fish may see an opportunity loading up, but Sheamus does great to nullify it and shut it down. Oh, this is not where you want to be at all. Oh no. Oh, this is not where Fish wants to be at all. Perched up on that top rope. Does Sheamus have him here? Is Money in the Bank on its way for the Celtic Warrior? No. Bobby Fish did his best and hung in there. Oh, and he sends Celtic Warrior over the top rope. Fish lines himself up. Drop kick it all. Sheamus is gone. Bobby Fish is going to his first Money in the Bank. Fish is the winner. And there is still a possibility that Bobby Fish could be on his way to a 4th WWE Championship. It's distant, make no mistake about it. And it's a long stretch, but it's a long stretch for everyone in that Money in the Bank ladder matchup. Bobby Fish, though, has won that spot for SmackDown Live. It is Roman Reigns, Triple H, Chris Sabin, and Bobby Fish in Money in the Bank. ECWs are left to be found out. To put it in a simple sense, there's not really anyone to cheer right now in Money in the Bank. Huh. We may be in for someone who we don't like winning that briefcase. Who knows? Certainly if it's Bobby Fish, I think we can all universally agree we'll be looking at someone who we don't like. Anyway, let's move on. Before our next contest, which will involve the WWE Tag Team Champions in action, which is quite something, we are going to be hearing from the #1 contender to the Intercontinental Championship. He was not in action here tonight, but AJ Styles wanted to have a bit to say in regards to his opponent and the champion that he will be facing on June 17th. He wanted something to say to Finn Bálor, and he will get just that up next. Here he comes towards the ring. AJ Styles became #1 contender at Judgment Day. He won a Battle Royal just how Bobby Fish did to earn that right, but there's been a whole lot of problems going on SmackDown Live, as there seems to have been non-stop since WrestleMania, which has resulted in AJ Styles needing to come out here tonight and set the record straight, maybe. And Styles will do just that. He knows that Money in the Bank, he has got a grand opportunity awaiting him, the chance to become Intercontinental Champion, but regardless of that, he gets to fight Finn Bálor in what he knows is going to be an incredible matchup. However, Bálor better be aware of something. All this talk that Finn Bálor's been putting on about other competitors, and the problems that he may have been facing regarding Shinsuke Nakamura and Dolph Ziggler are not excuses to be made. There is only one man that Finn Bálor should be focused on, and that is AJ Styles. He knows Finn Bálor said it, but did he mean it? AJ Styles is not going to let any distractions get in his way. AJ Styles knows that Money in the Bank is the chance to prove everyone that he has still got what it takes to be a champion. Finn Bálor needs to be aware of that. Finn Bálor needs to be awake at Money in the Bank, or else AJ Styles is going to make him pay. In closing for AJ Styles, it doesn't matter how much he has to fight to become Intercontinental Champion. He is going to put it all on the line in order to become the Intercontinental Champion. He is going to withstand everything that Finn Bálor puts before him, and he is going to win that Intercontinental Championship. But he wants Finn Bálor to give his best on a night for AJ Styles will be truly phenomenal. Styles is almost trying to wake up Finn Bálor maybe and make him realize. I mean, Bálor talked about it last week, how he was aware and how he was ready for AJ Styles, but did he really mean it? And is that going to be the case at Money in the Bank? We'll find out on the night, that's for certain, but regardless, I think we're in for a great contest between those two. However, we're going to move on to our next contest. Tag Team Champions are in action for the first time since winning those belts. The Guerrillas of Destiny are in action. And here we go. We get ready for the Guerrillas of Destiny and their in-ring action. They're taking on the duo of let me just sheet of paper. Morgan Samuel, that's the one on the right in the red, and Brett Wilson, the one on the left in the in the blue. But these are the ones that we're really interested in. Tama Tonga, Bade, Tonga Loa, Bad Luck Fale, the Guerrillas of Destiny in action for the first time since winning those belts from War Machine at Judgment Day. It was truly an upset. It was truly a shock for SmackDown Live, and it truly shut them up. And them, of course, being SmackDown Live. And since then, we've only seen the Guerrillas of Destiny in action once. That was Bad Luck Fale a few weeks ago against Finn Bálor. Lost the match by DQ. Sent the message of the Guerrillas of Destiny don't give a shit about anyone, and if they want to fight, the Guerrillas of Destiny will give them a fucking fight. However, Fale's not going to be the one in action here tonight. Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa will be against this local duo that we have picked up here. I wish them the very best of luck. It's going to be Morgan Samuel starting things off against Tama Tonga, and oh, that's gone well for him. Flying forearm right off the bat there to drill the drill this man here right in the face, and Tama Tonga getting things underway in very vicious way here. Tag made already. Tonga Loa, the other legal man here. What are they going to do here? Oh, right into the leg. They are just here to beat down their opponents and to make a statement in every way that they can. Since winning those tag team titles, they've been on a victory tour over in Japan, celebrating the win, and now they make their return to SmackDown Live. Of course, they're not even contracted to this brand. They just appear on the roster, and of course the biggest problem with that all is that they have gold to their name. And that is not something that's going to be sitting that well with the SmackDown Live committee right now. Double flapjack there, and Tama Tonga watches on here as the tag is made. Brett Wilson in off the tag now. Clothesline there, and Tama Tonga goes down, but that was about it in terms of all the offense they were connecting with. Just constantly sending the opponent into the turnbuckle and then looking for their big move. Flying forearm in the corner there by Tonga Loa. The beatdown now begins. The proving message begins here for the Guerrillas of Destiny, proving why they are the greatest team in their eyes and proving why they are SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions. Make no mistake about it, it was a brutal war at Judgment Day against War Machine, and one that they have to persevere in order to be the champions. Spine buster there by Tonga Loa. And there is no escape for Brett Wilson here, in position for Guerrilla Warfare. That will finish that off. There goes Morgan Samuel. Cover on Brett Wilson. 1, 2, 3. The Guerrillas of Destiny are victorious in their first match as the tag team champions. Was that really any of a surprise? I think not. But nevertheless, they just did it to state their claim. They just did it to remind everyone the Guerrillas of Destiny are the WWE Tag Team Champions, and no one is going to get in their way. No one is going to stop them from doing what they want to do. And the Guerrillas of Destiny are on their way to making a long-lasting title reign a reality for them. Victory here tonight for the Guerrillas of Destiny, and something that they're certainly going to be celebrating in their own right for some reason. But when will we see them next? Oh, we don't know. They may end up being in Japan again very, very soon. We'll see. Anyway, that's that settled with. We now move on to our main event of the evening, and what a main event we are set in store for. No holds barred between Dolph Ziggler and Shinsuke Nakamura. This is a match that could main event a pay-per-view, but instead is being handed out here on SmackDown Live. Both men need to get their hands on the other, and they get that opportunity right here, right now. Who is going to win? We'll find out up next. Brace yourselves. This is going to be a big one. Oh, here we go. Main event time. This one has been building up since Judgment Day. And now it gets to come to fruition. It gets to happen between these two men. Dolph Ziggler and Shinsuke Nakamura. Who knows what caused Ziggler to start this all back at Judgment Day, but now tonight he has to try and do his best to finish it against Shinsuke Nakamura. Ziggler made his return at Judgment Day, spoiled the match going on between Shinsuke Nakamura and Finn Bálor, and since then himself and Nakamura have been engaged in their own fights. They have been engaged in their battles, and the biggest one was 2 weeks ago really, when Nakamura destroyed Dolph Ziggler, hit him with the steel steps, hit him with a steel chair, for laying him out in the ring with whatever was 2 Kinshasas, I think it was. And it was Nakamura last week who set out the challenge to Dolph Ziggler. Certainly, Shinsuke Nakamura wants his hands on Ziggler. Ziggler may have bitten off more than he could chew by deciding to take on the King of Strong Style in this fashion. Ziggler was the one who started the fight. He has to end it here tonight, but is Shinsuke Nakamura going to be the one to end it with a steel chair, a weapon here and there, and a Kinshasa to finish the job? Both of these men know that they want to hurt each other. Ziggler's had his experience in no-holds-barred matches before. In fact, his last match before leaving this universe for 4 months or thereabouts was in fact a Extreme Rules match against Adam Cole. However, Shinsuke Nakamura is a different breed to Adam Cole, and I think that is well known within both men. Nakamura here tonight wanting to be victorious over Ziggler. Ziggler wanting to do the same. And this one is going to get underway in very early fashion as Dolph Ziggler is making a beeline for Shinsuke Nakamura. Up on the ramp where so many of their interactions have occurred. That is where this one is primed to begin, and don't get in a striking battle against Shinsuke Nakamura. Dolph Ziggler just learned that to be true, and Ziggler hightailing it back towards the ring right now. Turns back, but neither man there could hit each other, both with a swing and a miss. Forearm shot there by Nakamura. That one's going to be stinging for Ziggler for a little bit. Oh, Bulldog. This one has got underway in a fashion that I think both men are fine with. 100 miles an hour from the get-go. They wouldn't want it any less way with all the problems that have been building between these two. Ziggler was looking for something there but took too long, and Nakamura pulled out the counter there. Hard elbows, and in the ring goes Ziggler. In the ring comes Nakamura. Bell had rung back on the back when they were fighting all the way up on the entrance ramp, but now these two men have got to square off in the ring. Of course, the rules to a no-holds-barred match are simple. No DQ, no countouts. Pinfalls and submissions, the way to win this one. Ziggler there with a scoop slam. Goes into the cover there early on Nakamura, but that ain't going to happen. Nakamura getting right back up to his feet here. Locks the arm, traps the arm in there and sends him down into the mat. Nakamura's geared up and ready to go here. Time for the King of Strong Style to get fired up. These two men have saved the weapons, it seems, off the start, and they're just going after one another. Kicking the gut there by Nakamura. Well, this is going to hurt. Knee in the back there. Both these men synonymous with the World Heavyweight Championship within this universe. Dolph Ziggler spent most of 2017 hunting it with the Bullet Club. But now by himself, he looks to make things happen for him here on SmackDown Live. And taking on Shinsuke Nakamura may be the way to make that happen. Nakamura goes out to the apron. And Ziggler comes running right after him and sends him to the outside. Two guys can stay out there as long as they want. Nothing the referee can do to stop them. And it's Ziggler who wants to go for a weapon first. Grabbing a steel chair there from ringside. And Nakamura tried to block it. But Ziggler swung it right at his head. And once again, Nakamura runs right into it. DDT there on the outside. This is exactly what Dolph Ziggler wanted to do to Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura was the one who put out the challenge, like I said, but Ziggler is more than happy to start swinging with Nakamura here. Oh no, head first into that ring pole. The King of Strong Style has not fared well on the outside here. Ziggler taking the steel steps, turnabout being fair play for last week. Or 2 weeks ago, rather. He's waiting for Nakamura to get up to his feet. And oh, just hit him with the top of those steps there. Nakamura just taking an absolute whirlwind of offense here. Slammed down on those steps now. King of Strong Style just in so much immense pain there as he was sent down on those steps. Back in the ring we go here. The cover made by Dolph Ziggler. Wants it to be sealed already, but Nakamura kicking out very early on indeed, which has not pleased the show off. Back in the ring comes Ziggler now, steel chair in hand. And oh, he got Nakamura again. Drilled him in the head again. And he set that steel chair up in the corner now. Nakamura's already busted open. The moment weapons got involved, this one is descending into nothing more than a brawl. Nakamura back suplex there now, though. In the ring is where Nakamura may well excel more than Dolph Ziggler. And Nakamura may be out for a bit of revenge there for being busted open. Blood for blood may be on his mind as he goes after Dolph Ziggler here. Oh, punch spins him round, and Nakamura with his big exploder back suplex there. And all of a sudden, nope. Ziggler's able to counter his way out of it. He looked in trouble there, but he did his best to make sure that he was not going to be hit with anything further. And Nakamura may have thought there that he was going into the turnbuckle, but it was a counter. Not a counter, but rather pulled back in there by Ziggler. That may have been his mistake, though. He may well have wanted to put him into the chair. Kinshasa by Nakamura. And that could well close this all out right now. Cover by Nakamura with one. Whoa! Ziggler kicks out at one. And Nakamura now forced to get vicious here. I'm surprised that Nakamura hasn't had that thought running through his mind. There is a steel chair perched up against those two turnbuckles just waiting to be used. But Nakamura's not going for it. Oh, Ziggler's perched up. Ziggler is in big trouble here. Nakamura gonna look for something big. Hard strike there to bust it open. Ziggler, blood for blood has been achieved from Nakamura from that second rope. Landslide connects. Ziggler, counter, rake the eyes. Ziggler now, zigzag to Nakamura. Will that one be the one to grant Ziggler a victory in his first match back in this universe? He covers Nakamura with 1, 2, kick out from Nakamura. Ziggler wanted that to be enough, but it was not. And now you worry what else will be used within this matchup. What other extremes will they go to try and be victorious? Ziggler just trying to keep Nakamura down there as he adds a flurry of weapons into this ring. 2 steel chairs, steel steps now. And a chair shot into the back of Nakamura. Scene very reminiscent of Armageddon to Dolph Ziggler. But the outcome, I imagine, he does not want to be the same. Ziggler here just striking away now. Nakamura up against those ropes could do little to defend himself there. After all that's gone on in this matchup, fatigue could already be setting in when you think about the chair shots into the head, the DDT onto the chair. Both men taking their fair share of offense in that regard. Nakamura dumps him down on the steel steps there. And the steel chair, I think he came down on. Cover here, but Ziggler still kicking out very early on indeed. Nakamura looking to further that open wound, though, on the head of Dolph Ziggler. He puts him up on his shoulders, but he'll go towards the ropes and hang him out to dry there. Considering he was the one who wanted this kind of matchup, Nakamura's been very lax with the use of weapons. Ziggler almost threw them into the ring as if to say to Nakamura, hit me with something. But yet he has not. Oh, but he's going to hit him with something that's certainly as hard as a chair. That knee of Nakamura's from the top rope did not connect. Ziggler moved out of the way. Oh, Nakamura with a counter. And the strikes come raining in from Shinsuke Nakamura now. And the elbows to that open wound continue. Look at the blood on Dolph Ziggler now. His face is covered in it, and Nakamura wanted us to see that there. He wanted us to see just the damage that he has done in this one to Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler, though, comes back but gets countered. Nakamura with a big counter to that tilt-a-whirl neck breaker, and the King of Strong Style could be alive once more. He goes up to that second rope again. He's feeling it again. Ziggler may have no fight back here from the second rope. There's the knee from Nakamura. Ziggler could be out of it, and Nakamura wants to make sure of it. Kick in the gut is countered, but oh, kicked him in the side of the head. Oh, but he clattered the referee there. I'm not too sure Nakamura intended for that to happen, but indeed it has. Ziggler with a chair now, and he catches Nakamura in the head. The referee is down. I genuinely don't think that was intended. The blood may have got in Nakamura's eyes, and he struck the referee there. He certainly meant it 2 weeks ago, but he hasn't meant it here tonight. Ziggler now with steel steps in hand. Oh, but Nakamura is able to evade them just momentarily. Big kick into the gut there by Ziggler. Forearm in the face by Nakamura. Both men swinging for the fences with one another now. They are exhausted, but they just want to beat the other. Nakamura calling to the crowd there. The end could be on its way for Dolph Ziggler, but not if the show-off has any means of stopping that from being the case. Ziggler, powerbomb onto those steel steps. And he drags Nakamura to the center of the ring and tunes it up. Is he going to play a number? Super kick to Nakamura. Ziggler in for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Dolph Ziggler on his in-ring return beats Shinsuke Nakamura. "5 months away from the ring, and Ziggler returns by beating the former World Heavyweight Champion. Both men bled heavily in that matchup. Both men swung for the fences, used the weapons to their advantage, used everything they had within them. But Dolph Ziggler just beat Shinsuke Nakamura. He put up, and Nakamura shut up. Where does the King of Strong Style go from here? Where does Dolph Ziggler go from here? I don't know. I honestly do not know the answer to that question. All I can say right now is that Dolph Ziggler has closed out this night of Smackdown Live with a gruesome victory over Shinsuke Nakamura. Whew. Another interesting night of Smackdown Live in the books, and with now just 2 to go until Money in the Bank, I wonder what else will happen on the Blue Brand. That'll end this episode, Universe. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, guys. And ta-ra.